All right, I lied. We're gonna go ahead and do the diffuser tonight. It's only about an hour install, so it should take about 5 minutes for you. Pretty easy. Let me just quickly walk through what we're gonna do.
Powered by O2.
These come off, this comes off, and then there's going to be 3 brackets up here that are right now held on via clips. We're gonna drill those clips out, put riv nuts there so that we can put the solid mount bracket. Then we're gonna take this off of the other side, and this one off this side. Another bracket goes there, another bracket goes there. Then we're going to cut out a template. Well, Elliot's going to cut out a template. That template gets placed here. We drill holes, put more riv nuts there, put more riv nuts here, and then we put the diffuser up, which is that diffuser there. And those are the parts there, and that's Elliot. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. Let's get these off. Let's get drilling, and let's get some riv nuts going. That comes out. We're going to reuse these ones. Actually, you know what? I don't think these are, I think these are the ones that get the brackets on. I just think that this comes out straight. And straight. Yeah, so these are going to get drilled out. And this is where we're going to put the lower brackets. Now, I'll have to look and see what they want us to do with that, because once we put those brackets on there, they're not going to, I guess we put the rib nuts on, put this, and then we put the bolts for the diffuser there. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. Came with these style of rib nuts. I don't know if my tool will work for these or not. So it came with tools. So like I said, it came with the tool for it. So you're just gonna spin that on there. You'll get a Allen wrench for that. You'll get a wrench for this, and you'll basically just tighten this. That will compress that. That will flare out, and you will have installed that properly. So these go here, 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 and then that's what we'll do. So let me go get the right Allen wrenches, and we'll get these screwed in. All right, so I looked at the directions one last time, and it looks like we're going to use this one and these 2 outer ones. So these ones are going to get the plastic clips back in it, I guess, eventually. I'm not sure. I'm going to pull these out, and then I'll just check again before I throw these rib nuts in there, because I don't really want to put them in the wrong spot. All right, so as suspected, it's this one, and this one. So we will, well, guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to stick this here. And I want to do it on this, not on. I'm not going to do it to this, because if I do it to this, it's not going to fit in this. So now I need to take off of these bolts and this bolt, and then this will go up on the other side of it, just like that. Like that, like that. And then we have our spots that will get the brackets. So using the 20mm bolts, these will go here. So this one time, I was installing some head valve covers for TJ, and it was when I first met him, and my torque wrench broke. And at the time, this was in the Mustangs were early on still, and you couldn't really find parts for them. Well, I was tightening the valve cover bolt down. It needed to be like 20 inch-pounds or something, like super light weight, you know, and my torque wrench broke. And so I was like cranking on it, and like right when I start thinking in my head, like, this is a lot more than 20 inch-pounds or 20 foot-pounds, whatever it was, I was like, seems like it's really, really just too much. It goes pop, and it snapped the bolt in the head. Luckily, it snapped the bolt in the head with enough of it sticking out still that I took the valve cover off and was able to back it off with pliers. And then I had a extra valve cover at the house. So I ran home and grabbed an extra bolt and fixed it. But that scared me.
That would be scary.
I was pretty, yeah. Like, oh, hey, dude, sorry about that. See ya.
I actually remember that project on the forum. When you guys were posting about it on the forum.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I don't, how are we going to drill these holes?
I don't know. You're the guy.
Your exhaust is in the way. I'm not taking the exhaust off. That's a little crazy. So, you got to drill holes here, but there's no way to get a drill bit there without taking the exhaust off. So, I don't know. Well, let's just move on and we'll see what happens. All right, so what we had to do here was we had to take these body pins out that are all around it. There's some in here, so we can't take this off. But by doing that, it's allowing us to flex this down enough to where we could get a drill bit here. Without doing that, the exhaust is in the way. So you can either spend all day taking the exhaust off or try to do it the way that we're doing it. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like a goofy way to do it, but it is what it is. So we'll get installing these riv nuts. Got 5 more to do. And that will be it for the setup of this. And then we'll hit in the diffuser. So look at this, it's soft plastic, so you can really just get in there. I'm going to start with an 1/8 inch drill bit, and then I will take the template off, and then I will finish it up with the other drill bit. And really the hardest one to get to is this one. So, yeah, I got to take these out. So you see that once those are out from the top, actually, I don't even think you have to take these ones. I think you just got to take the fender ones out. You can pull that down. And then by doing that, that gets you access to this one. We've got 3 holes, 1, 2, and 3. Drill those out with a 3/8 and then throw some riv nuts in there.
The next day.
All right, we're back at this BRZ. It's the next day. Ran out of time. The louver's on the hood, and I'll show you that when it's done. And so we're going to move on to getting that diffuser installed. We've got some hardware I got to put on the sides. And then, like we did previous days, we got that one installed. And we got those 3 riv nuts installed. And that installed, those 3 riv nuts. And then obviously riv nut, riv nut, riv nut. And yeah, so let's get the rest of this stuff installed. I think it's just a bunch of little hardware that needs to get installed now and then kind of lined up and whatnot. So not too difficult, just tedious because it's all small hardware. So, all right, we'll get at it. So let's do the spacers right here real quick and just see what we're gonna need. And then
Well, that depends on where we push up to, right?
well, I would just do that, honestly. I would just use one spacer and then just go up against it and call it good. At the end of the day, this isn't a there's no
Super
science.
precise.
Right. So I say we do this, and then you can push this up where you want it. But for the most part, it's kind of just gonna fall where it falls. I don't know why this is fitting.
Then we should have 20 washers.
Well, you don't. You absolutely have 15. So count them, because this is what we've used. We've got 3 on the car. We got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 on the car, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there's 20, 21. But that's still not enough, right? Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more we need. So you're missing 4. And like, are you like a prototype or something? I mean, this isn't a different kit. I mean, of course, sizing wise and stuff is gonna be different than the other cars, but other than that, it should be. The holes are the holes. You know what I mean? Like we're not changing any, modifying anything there. That's just it. Whatever. Oh well, we got it. Well, we'll find some washers, but. All right, so we put it up, and then we took it back off so that we could see where these needed to be. And then I put the car back on the ground, and I made sure that these were level with each other. So I just grabbed an 8-foot level, ran it across there, made sure that they were nice and level so that they're on the same plane. Now we're gonna bolt everything back up and tighten it down, and we should be good. The instructions are misleading and don't really say what needs to happen, but the backside here of the diffuser comes back here, and then there's a space that comes right here. On the different, same with the sway bar, it looks different in the diagram. So just know that if you're doing it on one of the new cars, I guess the 86 or whatever, the it's flush on the BRZ, right? Or opposite.
This is BRZ.
Okay, so the 86, it's flush. The VRZ, it's going to sit back, and you're going to have to use spacers and have bolts. Also, our kit was short for washers. Regardless of what they might say, there's absolutely 24 holes, so you need 24 washers. So, anyways, no big deal. We'll just press on with life. So what we did, we just off camera, we just went ahead, got all these 4 on, these 3 on, everything's good to go. Just have to do the 4 bolts that are part of the sway bar. And then, like I was talking about before, what you'll notice is that the sway bar mount is, let's see if I can get it from here. See, there's a good 2 inches here where the other car, I guess, they touch. So I'm not sure exactly where everything mounts. I'm not a BRZ 86 expert, but nonetheless, for this kit, this is absolutely going to need spacers here. And I think we're using bolts from the tunnel kit. We're using spacers and bolts from, because we didn't have the right number from the other kit. So anyways, that's what we're going to do, and then we'll be done. All right, so we got those last 4 bolts in, coming from the back. And the trick to these, stick your arm up this way, and then you can reach and you don't struggle. And that's it. We just made sure that this wasn't angled, let me see if I can get this proper, that it wasn't angled down this way, and that these were level across the back. And so that's what the kit's going to be. He's going to drop its car and go zoom, zoom, I guess. So I know that wasn't a powered by 8, it's powered by 4. But anyways, it's still a fun little track car. And if you want to drive that car, then you can borrow his. meet him at the track. He'll let you take it for a spin.
No.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Power by